first start off introducing myself and just to go there. I'm Francesca, the founder of Discover Your Path College and Career Readiness. And I teach parents how to prepare their kids to be college and career ready. And I am so excited because I have one of my good friends. I'm going to let him introduce himself and give you what he does. Go ahead.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Well, my name is Malcolm Bennett. I'm a personal trainer. I have a degree in exercise science and fitness management from
Mm-hmm.
Lamar University. Um, I also have what different type of certifications that we'll get into after this. I
Right.
mean, I know she want to do some more things, but just about me, that's pretty simple right there. Just personal trainer. Have my degree at the university. I mean Lamar University, and yeah.
Wow. So Lamar University, what made you pick that school?
Honestly, football.
Football.
Football made me pick Lamar University.
Okay.
Um, if I didn't pick Lamar, I probably would have went to U of H.
Hmm.
So it would have been like go Cougs and still go Cardinals. But you know,
Hey, Lamar is
no,
still a great university.
it is. It is. It was a great university. I learned a lot. I enjoyed my college experience, and I have no regrets. I mean, I finished, and hey, it was a great experience. Met some good
It, w-
friends.
you made some difference. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
So
met
you
some good
said
friends.
you majored in exercise science. Can you tell everybody what is that field and
So
what made you
exercise,
select exercise science?
honestly, I can't tell you why. I think pretty much it kind of fit into my athletic schedule, and
Okay.
I went to junior college prior to going to Lamar. So playing football, I went to junior college, and my classes I've already taken at the junior college were more science and math based. So if you do have a kinesiology degree, basically that's what that is. Still a bachelor's of science. It's heavy on more science and more science. So
Okay.
they kind of, well, that'll fit and it'll work with your football schedule. So they put me in it, and it was something I grew to love. I already enjoyed that part about it. I just didn't know nothing about it. So
Wow.
yeah.
Okay. So with you being at the 2 year community college, what was your major there? Was it just general studies or?
Yeah, it was just a general studies type of situation. In those type of situations, they just want you to get in. It's a get in and get out. You're not staying long. You're not
You're
staying
not
long.
staying.
No, no, no. You're not. That's not home. Home is not there. It's just a place that you pass through.
Okay. So the
Hmm.
reason why I brought you here because you are a personal trainer and you
Yes.
love fitness and your
Yeah.
story is very unique. We talk all the time about it of how did you get into the fitness world and you
Yeah.
majoring in exercise science like you said you just picked it but like what made you fall in love with it? Because you really went to school for football and let's be honest.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you
That was my
wasn't
main focus. It wasn't honestly. It wasn't about. It could have been any degree.
Mhm.
It got to a point where I just could have got general studies. I didn't care. I just needed to play the sport. But I mean that's for another topic. That's for a whole nother conversation. But yeah, honestly, I never was just really in love with fitness. I'm more so in love with helping people. So happen I
Mm.
do it through fitness. But yeah, playing football, I had to do fitness. I had to work out. So it just kind of fitness was that thing in between to get me to where I wanted to be. It was almost like I had to fall in love with it because it was that stepping stone in between from what I wanted to do. So I had to be able to, okay, go to the gym every 5:30 in the morning AM, and that's
Ooh.
how I kind of built up that callus of working out. And people in my family identify me as the person that works out, or you want some advice about working out, talk to Malcolm, or things like that. And that experience led me all the way here now, years later, that built me up into this catalog of different things that I can give people in personal training.
And let me tell you something that I caught that I really love that you just said. You have a passion of helping people.
Yeah.
And when I talk to students or just people in general about finding, discovering their path that they want to do, I tell them to focus on what they enjoy doing.
Yeah.
And that can kind of help you direct in the path that you want to go.
Yeah. I think
So
with that,
that was good.
yeah, I think with that, you have to really, like you said, find out what path you really want to go. But
Mhm.
really, it's more so what you really love doing. You know, like I said, it just so happened that fitness was what I was doing to help people. It could have been,
Mhm.
I could have been doing anything else. So happened it was fitness, you know, but I
Mhm.
really enjoy helping people and giving people advice and motivating them and getting them to a new place. So, you know, that's my thing, and I can do it through fitness.
That's amazing. So, was you introduced to that field, or you just kind of was like, I needed to? Did anybody tell you, okay, exercise science is something that you need to do, or helping people, or you just were like, I need to get pick this major, and this is what I'm going to do?
Well, I'll be truthful. Like, I wanted to do PT and OT.
Okay.
So those things interest me. So that's kind of why I lean more to the exercise science, but you don't need that degree to go to PT school. You
Mm,
just need, you know, whatever they require for you to have.
mm,
So that's more so why I picked it thinking I was going to bridge through and it'll be an easier transition to go there. But really, after going through school, talking to people, I didn't have to do it that way. But that's really what it was. I wanted to do PT, OT school, and then, but exercise science was gonna be my next step.
okay. So,
Yeah.
in order, I heard you say PT, which is in OT, is physical therapy,
Physical therapy and occupational therapy.
occupational therapy.
So
Okay.
yeah,
So, is that a 4 year? Is that a bachelor's degree, or is that how? What's the process of getting
that's
there?
higher. That's higher. That's doctoral.
Masters. Okay.
Doctoral. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So you'll go with get your bachelor's, and then you'll go and then get your doctoral if you get when you get accepted into that particular college.
Okay.
So whatever particular college that's in your area, or you might have to move to another state, you
Hmm.
know, and deal with those things. Yeah. So
Okay.
that was why that's really the reason why I slid into the exercise science. However, I wish I would have seen other ways and knowing that I could have probably got a different degree, just had what I needed for PT and OT school. You know, but it's one of those things that you have to live and learn.
Yeah, but I think that's why we're having a conversation now, because so many students want to know what path to take. And if they
Yeah.
want to be physical therapists, if they want to be an occupational therapist, like, okay, so what do I need to major in? Because that's not something I have to go get my bachelor's degree in. It's nothing
No.
that says physical therapy as an undergrad, but they know that they have to major in exercise science. And then next after that
Yeah.
is the master's degree
Yeah.
and so on. So what
Yeah.
other careers can you do with exercise science?
What other careers?
Mhm.
With exercise science, you can go into um, PE teacher, so you can go into the school district. They have that route. Like
Mhm.
I said, you can go into the route of going to PT and OT school. Some
Mhm.
schools have that bridge, like a U of H. They have a bridge with a higher institution that
Mhm.
will take you in and transition you to that part. Like Lamar, where I went to school, it'll transition you to get your master's in exercise science. More lab work. Easiest way I can explain it to people
Mhm.
is you ever see a Gatorade commercial and then you see somebody on the treadmill and they got like things hooked up to them and it's kind of measuring how like VO like that's what you become when you become into your masters, really understanding how the body works for that individual and like it's almost like a specialty in that sense. Like you can really go deep into that. So I didn't really want to stay in the lab. I like being out, moving, different stuff, but it's interesting too.
Mhm.
You know, I had to do some of those things in my undergrad. So
Your
I was
undergrad.
familiar with that. Yeah.
Okay. So what other, so you are a personal trainer,
Yes.
and with you being a personal trainer, what does your day-to-day look like? Like from beginning to end, do a person need their 4 year degree, or does it require them to get a certification? What does that day-to-day look like?
Okay. So you asked me a lot at once,
Okay,
and
let's
it's a
break
lot of
that down.
information. So let's go with if you need a degree or what do you need for a personal trainer? Um, so you need either one.
Okay.
Um, at the places I worked at, I never had a PT. Well, at that time, I didn't have my personal training certification. I just had my degree, and they were happy to have me. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I never got denied from having my degree,
Okay.
and you probably won't get denied having just your cert. You
Mm-hmm.
know, so I'm not gonna say it's either or. You just need to
Okay.
make sure that you have a national accredited certification. That's it. Like if you're gonna go the cert route, um, now I would say that my degree feels like it holds more weight than a certification at certain jobs.
Okay.
So maybe if somebody had a cert and had more experience than me, some places it feels like if I have my degree, they'll look at me. They'll be like, oh, let me
Okay.
check them out. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So I'm not saying that you can't be successful in either one. Just understand this: 4-year degree, more college debt, or you pay for the cert, and it's $400 to $600. So you could kind of weigh the option and see, and you can still get the same result at the end of the day.
But wait, so what about if you're working for a company, does, okay, so I want to work for 24, if I want to work for Lifetime or something like
Yes,
that, and I want to move up in management,
yes.
would my certification still work with that, or is it required to have my degree?
Well, every company usually is different, so it
Mm-hmm.
depends on how high do you go up in that company. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean? Some of them you won't need to get anything else. They probably ask you to probably get like some type of management or something like that. Every one are different, so you have to just see what a 24 to a Fitness Connection, a Planet Fitness, all these different bigger name gyms. And then in the world of fitness, they're called commercial gyms because
Okay.
there's so many. Those are commercial gyms. So
Mm-hmm.
you have a trainer, which is a contractor. So me or a freelancer. So I can go. I have my own company. You know what I mean? I get me clients, and I can do that. Then you have it where you can be part of commercial, or then you can be part of corporate. Um,
Okay.
it's 3 different levels that I mean, it's more. You can do sports and stuff like that. But the three that I've experienced working in, I've
Mm-hmm.
been involved in the sports side, but as an athlete.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And side note, you don't need your certification to do strength and conditioning in higher levels. That's another thing. So
Okay.
people don't know that. I met
Wow.
a
But
few
why wouldn't you
people
need it though?
because they have their own programs that they go through. They have their own things. They have their own things that they grow through. So you become like a assistant in some strength and conditioning program, and then you consistently build up. So more so,
Okay.
you building up experience than necessarily you worried about no certification. Certification. Don't get me wrong, but certifications teach you. I will always tell somebody gain more knowledge, gain more information about those things. You know what I mean? And hey, somebody else might require you to get it. But from
Right.
what I've seen people that did not have their certification. They were highly educated. They knew how to make plans, and that's some reason why you would get the cert. In school, they didn't teach me how to make a. They didn't teach me how to write a workout plan. They
Mm-hmm.
didn't teach me how to go through different pillars of how to make somebody better. They didn't teach me those things. The
So what
cert
classes
taught
did
me
you
that.
take in college under education
I
science?
took like different things to understand like generations. If you I can't remember some of
So I know
the
you took anatomy and physiology.
took
You took
A&P,
kinesiology.
chemistry, took all
Okay.
those. So I'm going into now you about to it's the major classes. So okay, for example, we took a lot of different classes talking about how energy is used. So we're
Okay.
talking more scientifically, more on a science spectrum of ATPs, that's energy, and then talking about the oh, I can't even think about it. But everybody's doing it now, like ketosis. So we talking about those things and how does it work and how does it break down and how does sugar and how does this and going, like I said, going to the lab, understanding how to measure somebody's body fat, how to track them in different ways to make that person better. So yes, in the lab work and hands-on, yes, but they're not teaching you to be no personal trainer.
Okay.
That's the difference from school. School, you is real broad but it's very scientific in that sense. When you become, when you get a certification, it teaches you. So everybody has their own ways of teaching a certification, and it
Okay.
sounds crazy, but it's all PT. But if you go to one certification, they'll teach you their way,
Mm-hmm.
their method, their methods, their system. You go through another, they'll teach you their methods and system. You go through another, teaches their methods and system. They're all under the same personal training, but it has their own ways of doing it. So that makes a big difference. So like I say, and again, you can go ask questions, you can talk to people, you can, they have 1-800 numbers. It's real easy. They're friendly.
Google.
Yeah, you can do Google, but you can just pick up the phone and talk to them. They'll be glad to talk to you and just educate you on what you don't know. And that was the good thing about it. Like I have probably like 10 certifications across the board in different things, from functional movement because I like PT. I really enjoy PT and OT. So I wanted to understand how can somebody who's healthy continue to move better, and if they have different things wrong with them, to continue to look at them and see them, okay, let's build up on this. I have an ageless grace certification. That's with my senior community people, my people that's over the age of maybe 55 and up, going up to, the oldest person I trained was 95 years old. So understanding how to deal with them, understanding how to necessarily slow down the way that you train people. Because I can't train somebody that's 95 the same way I treat somebody
Man,
that's
and I'm
15.
glad you said that, because when people think of personal training, they think of our age or somebody's fit, but they
Oh
don't think
no.
about that elderly community. And I'm so glad you said that, because that's an area that, I'm on you about that. Like, I
Yeah.
love that you focus on that.
Yeah.
So
It really when I was in that community, it took me where I had to understand how to slow down. So now
mm,
when I train somebody that's younger, 20s, 30s, 40s, when I see them, I'm watching, because now they will be in that age group. So I can't do anything now to jeopardize them for later. So that's from my understanding, that's from my training, that's from the things that I've learned. Like I said, the certifications that I've received that taught me how to break it down, and the experiences that I had. So now I can see through the ages, okay, this is what we need to do. This is what we need to do. I don't need, okay, at this age, we should be doing this. If not, we got an issue. It's a bigger issue.
mhm.
So, those are the things I look at. It get real technical, and people don't really understand. They just be like, oh, you just work people out. Don't get me wrong. It's a difference from a personal trainer and a trainer.
What's the
So
difference?
understand, like, and a lot of people want to admit this. A personal trainer, I get to know you. I get to understand you. I get to talk to you. I get to see your likes, your dislikes. I get to understand cadences about you, things about you that you be like, oh my gosh. And I can look at you and be like, she ain't feel like working out today. You know what I mean? It ain't about the money. I understand my work is going to showcase way past the money. The money gonna come.
Oh,
A
that's a
trainer,
word.
a trainer is only worried about money. I don't care what
Got
nobody
you.
tell you. They are money hungry, and they do whatever to do to get the money. So that's what it is. I'm a personal trainer because I have a personal connection with my clients. Now, how personal that gets is a difference you have to gauge. Some people are freer to give information, some people are not. But you have to gauge in customer service what to work with. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to listen, sometimes you got to speak, sometimes you got to motivate extra hard, sometimes you just got to look at them. So now you just have to gauge. But yeah, um, it's very rewarding. It can be frustrating, but for the most part, it's very rewarding. Yeah,
So you talked about certifications. Where
yeah.
can these people find these certifications at? Like, are you like, what are some companies, if you have like one or two on top of your head, like, that you can go and find these certifications or look it up?
Man, now I
And
need
I'll put you on the spot.
no. I need to check. I need them people to write me a check up there telling
I
people where
mean,
to go.
but
No,
it's
no,
just
no, no.
finding that
It's
information where
okay.
people can
It's
go.
some nationally accredited ones. NASM,
Okay.
ACE, them are two big ones.
Mm-hmm.
Understand, functional movement probably be a secondary. You don't need it to get a job.
Okay.
So, like I said, a personal training certification, it'll be like NASM, ACE. You know what I mean? Them are some top ones. There's some other ones, but those are the two that comes off my head.
And I
Now,
think what I like about it is we always talk about being a continuous learner.
yeah,
You will never stop learning in your field. And I think that's what I admire about you so much, because you not just got your degree, but you're continued gaining
yeah.
certification. Just like you said, you don't need a certification to work, but that's when you continuous learning your degree and
Let me
your
tell you
job in
something
your
even
field.
fun, even crazier.
What?
You don't need a certification to train people or a degree. If you have a gym, you made a gym, and you just started to train people, you don't even need that.
Hmm.
That's kind of it's kind of scary
Because I guess
because
when you go, you're not asking nobody, are you
you're
certified?
not. How many times have you went? How many times have you went to any facility and say, "Hey, can I see your certification?"
You got a
No,
point.
you don't. Just like sometimes we don't even ask about our doctor. Hey, doc, can I see
But
your
there's
degree?
sometimes on the wall.
Well, yeah, they got it on display
So,
usually, or it's in their office. It's not
right.
usually. Sometimes you don't see it in the hallway. Some people do, but a lot of people you don't. So
Okay.
with that, we got to ask questions. You know what I mean? And it does give people more confidence. Like I said, um, you know, those certifications, especially if you take them serious, really gives you an insight. It kind of gives you some kind of thing, some kind of method to go off if you never trained. You know what I mean? And sometimes going in the fire helps you, especially if you really want to get better, going in the fire and learning different things. Because I never taught a swim class, but I eventually did because I had to at the facility that I was training in.
Mhm.
My experience in the places that I worked allowed me to necessarily do different things that I most likely would have never done.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah.
So, what does your day to day look like?
Oh, going back to the day to day
Mhm.
again. I can't go with my day if I don't go to the weekend before my get to the week to my day. So
Okay.
before all of this, I gotta go plan.
Mhm.
Just like with anything, if you got clients, if you're a client, hopefully your trainer is giving you meal plans and things to do a time frame before so you can get ready. And that
Okay.
goes to like my three P's. I had three P's that I always go by is plan, prepare, and pursue.
Mhm.
Uh, and with those three P's, you can take over anything and every day. And when you first start anything, you gotta plan it out. So what I do the weekend before my week start, I'm
Mhm.
planning in my planner. So some people don't like planners; they can do it in their phone. As a trainer, you need to plan out what your schedule look like because you don't want to be guessing. Oh man, I got John Doe at 4 o'clock, and then now you cramming stuff. You need to write it down or put it in your phone calendar, set alarm so you can you can already have an idea what your week gonna look like to what your day looks like. And you have
Right.
heavier days. So if you talking about my Monday, Wednesdays, and Saturdays are heavier days for me. And now coming to Sunday, having, the open gym and having people work out in there, those are busier times for me, especially because, people want to get their workout in from the beginning of the week and kind of like and sometimes Saturday they just want to get it done. So, but yeah, one a day, like I said, looks like going back over my planner, making sure I don't have anybody, or if I do have somebody, getting there early, what time I need to leave, checking traffic. That's another important thing. And then also make sure that you plan time for yourself. Because
Mhm.
in the midst of that, I'm helping other people. I got to help myself in order for me to help them. It
Right.
always gonna start with me. I got to be able to be planned, prepare, pursue. If I don't do that, my clients not gonna trust me, and I don't expect them to trust me because I haven't guided them in the right manner because I'm not guiding in the right manner. So,
Give
got
me
to
those
start with
three
that.
P's again. I think
Oh,
that's
plan, prepare, and pursue.
pursuit.
Yeah,
Yes, I think
pursue.
that's a tweet
Oh
for you
yeah,
to.
that's something to live by. If you do
That's
it
something.
every day, every week, man, it might not be perfect, but at least you start to work on it. Even when you just think about that doing with anything. If you
Mhm.
start to do it for school, if you
Mhm.
start to do it for meal prepping, if you start to like you doing for working out, those things are gonna uh help you get further on in life. You know what I mean? Practicing them three P's.
Oh, mm,
Yeah.
okay.
And hey, it could be one more persistence, but we hey,
Hey.
keep that persistence. You know what I mean? But the three P's are gonna help you out. The three P's, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So the next question I guess I have for during we're in COVID season.
Yeah.
What does that look like for you as a personal trainer? I know that people jobs are like up and down. And
Yeah.
I know for me, I had a gym membership and I had to pause it. Like, well, not even
Yeah.
pause it, I had to cancel it because I might not
Yeah.
see it for the rest of the year due to COVID.
Yeah.
However, what does COVID and what does that have to do with your business when it comes down to, training?
I think with COVID happening, it makes you think of different ways to train.
Okay.
I just found a program, luckily from a company that I know of. Just found a program that'll be beneficial for somebody being at home, who
Okay.
can't be next to me, who doesn't want to come to the gym. And I understand it's scary. You don't want to be sick, but you still want to work out and keep your health. So I get it. You got to find more innovative ways to reach your clients or to reach new clients because at the end of the day, your bill's not going to stop coming. Bill's going to keep coming. So you
Right.
need to figure out innovative ways. Like I said, I found a program that shows the client how to do the exercise properly, and I could just consistently check what they're doing
Mm-hmm.
and go from there. So I think it's just more innovative ways and keep it in contact. At this time, people are looking for somebody to say, "Hey, are you okay? Are you safe? How's everything going?" And I think keeping that great customer service aspect, I call it the Chick-fil-A theory.
Chick-fil-A,
Like
hey.
keeping that Chick-fil-A, hey, how you doing? Always checking on people, always being courteous, or do you want to be like Mickey D's? And we all know how Mickey D's is. It's a little rude sometimes. So
Ain't
I
nothing
rather
working.
nothing work. Can't get an ice cream. We ain't
They
gonna
out
have
of
it, but
stuff.
yeah, out of stuff all the time. But I'd rather go with the Chick-fil-A. I think it's more impressionable with people, and then it speaks volumes, especially if your work is good. So if you got great customer service, you show good work, man, people gonna love you, and they gonna be the first thing to tell you, hey, I think you need to go to Melvin because hey, he doing something or however it goes. You know what I mean? So it's a good thing to necessarily understand that COVID is not a bad situation. You just have to find ways to adjust. You got to
Okay.
find ways to adjust because
Pivot.
pivot. You got to learn how to
Yes.
pivot and just think about it. What happened if not COVID? I got the flu. I can't have my clients. Now my clients are lacking because I'm out of it. But if I had already planned ahead of time, going back to them three P's, if I already planned ahead of time and already made they workouts for the month or made them for the next 3 months and they progressing through because the education and knowledge I got from my certification and my degree, I put it all together, it ain't gonna stop. They gonna continue to grow. They gonna continue to get better.
Yeah, that's some good stuff because I
Yeah,
think I know for me that first month of COVID when we were at home, I was eating everything, and I guess it was like stress eating.
yeah,
So it's just I guess finding smarter, things to eat and making sure I'm moving, as you say. So what
yeah,
made you? So you have a business called Get Up Fitness, and let's get
yeah.
into that. What made you start that business instead of going into a commercial facility?
So I'll give you the understanding from the three that I used earlier, and
Okay.
understanding the difference from commercial, understanding the difference from commercial, like a freelancer, like a person like doing their own thing as a personal trainer.
Mm-hmm.
So you got freelance, commercial, and contract. I mean not contract, corporate. Excuse me,
Corporate. Okay.
corporate. So let's start from let's start at commercial. Commercial to me, and like I said, this is all my opinion. These are things that I experienced in me working in all three of these levels. So I'm talking from a personal experience. Commercial to me is more focused on sales. So if you're
Okay.
not a good salesman or you don't want to learn how to sell, don't go to 24 hours and get no job. Now, if you want to learn how to hustle, how to get some money, how to, call people, to some people, they might feel annoyed. Like, dang, why they keep calling me? I'm just trying to work out. Why this man keep walking up to me? Hey, you need a spot? No, man, leave me alone. If you won't do that, then you go to commercial. Right now, Commercial not looking too great because a lot of people don't want to go in the gym. But and we even talk about the salary. So say a commercial is looking like, say you get, I'm just giving a rough estimate, say $725. You get a small percentage in when you sell packages. So you got to sell training packages in order to, you know, really start to add some money to your pocket. You know what I'm saying? So then let's talk about corporate.
$7.25 an hour?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm using it as a base. It can be different.
I know,
It's different places, but I'm giving you,
like,
I'm giving you a thought process on how it is.
Okay.
Right.
I'm listening.
So then let's go to corporate. Corporate, I can start off between 15 to about highest I'll probably see somebody get like $25 base. Like I don't gotta do nothing. I don't have to train nobody. I don't have to speak to nobody. I get that amount of money. You know what I mean?
But what do you do then?
No, I'm using an example. So we're using the commercial 725. I'm just using an example. It could be different. And then you have commissions and selling packages. Like I said, you have to really be a salesman. When you get to corporate, you're between like $15 and $25, depending on what corporate gym you're working at. You know, and give, let me give an example of what a corporate gym is. So it can be a big company, Fortune 500 company. They have a wellness center in there. It's a gym, and they have a company come in and they run their gym. That is a corporate gym. Academy has it, Shell has it, Chevron has it. These big places have those gyms in there, and it is actually pretty cool because you get to experience only that community. So you only get to deal with that community. Like at a 24 commercial gym, you got different people coming around you don't know. Somebody traveling in for a week, coming from this place for a week. At the corporate level, it's pretty much that building or maybe somebody in that company. Like it's no necessarily like a stranger.
Visitors.
No visitors. You can't even have your family come and work out with you. You can probably have your family go see your desk before you come in the gym. So yeah. But like I said, in corporate, you get that 15 between 26. That's basic. Commission and personal training, and then you got group training. Depending on what company you work for, you can get paid at your gym for group training, or they just kind of comp you in. Sorry about that, but yeah. And then the problem to me with corporate, I'm gonna go to the last one. The problem with corporate is, like I told you, in commercial, you have to sell. Corporate, you don't need to learn how to sell. They come to you. You the expert. They already know that you the expert. They already know that if I come to the wellness center, I need to see Malcolm. If I come here, I need to talk to you. So they already respect you on a level of your expertise. You don't have to, like, they'll ask you, hey, how is personal training? And a lot of those companies, they comp their employees. So they'll give them vouchers and different things so that they can go and get personal training, you know, through you guys, however it goes. And with that particular company that I was with one time, you had to get that company certification, personal training certification. And then once you get that, it didn't take long. It's like probably 2 weeks, if that, but you can still work. You get that, and then they'll take your certification paper. So they actually see you have a certification, and they give it to their HR, and then they comp them back for your personal training.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then going to the last one is, you know, the big thing that everybody wants to do, be an independent, freelance, you know, kind of personal trainer, which is cool. But you have to also understand that you need to learn how to sell. You need to know how to sell. And then you also need to know how to have that great customer service. So I think when you independent, you have attributes from commercial and contract. I mean, not corporate. You have those two in one, to me, from what I experienced. It has a well balanced, because like I said, I met people, I trained people that probably wouldn't train if I was just independent and not getting that experience and understanding what I needed to do and how to talk to them and having different things. But your money is a little different. You could, I mean, not still, you could. You need to pay your taxes quarterly. You need to figure out how to pay your taxes quarterly. But your money is greater than that $25, like I said, or that $7.25 paying commission. You have no middleman to pay besides Uncle Sam giving him his taxes. So if I wanted to charge every month $1,000, you just have to showcase that your work is worth $1,000 to enough people, period.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Somebody will like it, somebody will buy it. You just work. Like I said, not necessarily sell it, show them. You know, hey, this is what I offer for that. Some people want to be seen. You got to show them what it is that you're offering for that amount of money. And especially if they're not used to that. Now, if they was already, like, for me as being an athlete, I understand the purpose of paying for a trainer to get me to my own personal goals that I was trying to reach. So I have no problem paying. Some people do. Mm-hmm. So it's one of those things, but I would prefer somebody to go commercial or corporate to get their feet wet, unless they know a personal trainer that they can get some mentorship, some guidance, you know what I mean? And then do their own thing. And that's just for experience purposes. I'm not saying you have to stay there forever. That's more so for experience.
And I think what I like about that is, you know, when most people go through different jobs, they think of it was a waste of time and it was, you know, I didn't like that. But you don't know what you like unless you're exposed to that. And that's why I tell students about career exploration all the time. You have to be exposed so you can know what you like and don't like when it comes down to different careers. So you was able to, because every job that I've been to, I mean, of course, I might not like it, but guess what? When I was at Texas Southern, I used to be like, okay, well, I learned this from this. And now I'm at San Jose, I learned this from this. So it's just, you're adding to your skills. So I don't want people to ever think that they're at a job and they're wasting time. It's a building block to everything that you do.
I think that's a sense of maturity, because you have to understand, even in a time where you feel like this job is not benefiting you, you got to get to the point where you're saying, like, I can learn something from this, and not feel like a know-it-all. Like, you don't know everything. I don't know everything about personal training. I don't know everything about the body. I don't know. I don't. And if I don't, I'm going to look it up. But I'm not too into myself to say I can't get help. You know what I mean? If a client brings something to me, oh, shoot, I ain't never heard of it. Let me check it out. Like, I think that's what it is. And the fact that you're going through those jobs or meeting different people, remember, things stick. When those things stick, it helps build you up. So now, even if, and I'm about to be very honest, a lot of my training, not even a lot, let's say some of my training comes from other trainers.
How?
Because they worked me in such a way that things that they did were so impactful and it stuck with me, and I had to implement it. Mm. I'm not copying them. I'm taking a piece of what they had that I really enjoyed. I can name trainers that I really enjoyed certain things that they did. And then I also seen things that I didn't like. And I said, I don't need that. But I really do like certain things about some of my trainers that I've had. And I was like, you know what? This is going to make me even better. Yeah. And that's how I feel like you should do with anything that you're doing in life. You should be able to see certain things. You know, if it's management, okay, I want to be a great manager. Oh, that's a great supervisor. I don't want that attitude she got. I don't want that attitude he got. You know what I mean? So that's why I get into the customer service. That's why I get into this. I've been training for over 7 years. So, of course, my experience, but being in health and fitness is over, you know, over 20 years. I've been playing football since 7th grade. So getting into that and start seeing that, because that started the journey. Yeah, if I'm going to start my fitness journey, it's going to start from there. It has to go from there. But I would continue to learn, continue to grow. But you have to.
And I think it's crazy you said that, because you started at football and then it gradually went into fitness. And God orders our steps in everything we do. And it's just to a point where we have to pay attention how he does it.
Yeah.
Like, you would have never thought, when you graduated from high school, did you think that you was going to be a personal trainer?
No, not at all. You couldn't. I ain't even, Mm-mm. I ain't think about it. That was not that wasn't something, and that's the thing. It was not like I didn't have to go to, if I didn't want to play sports, I could have just went to go get my cert
But do
and
you
start
see
to
how
train.
all of that lined up though,
Of
Malcolm?
course, I see how it all lined
That
up
is
for
so
me.
amazing. I just love how you
Yeah,
answer it.
yeah,
I love it. I love it. Okay, so you recommend people to try different fields and
I
to
would
go
try
commercial,
different parts
go.
of it and learn from other people.
Hmm.
Everybody doesn't have the cookie cutter um, Instagram journey as personal training. It's not pretty. Maybe you should message, like, what's crazy? A lot of times people don't take it and say, man, hey, how was your journey in being a personal trainer? They might tell you some wild stuff and you be like, dang, I never knew it looked perfect. Like your pictures are great, your body's great. And like sometimes we just gotta start asking, these people, because really they probably never even been asked that question.
And I think that's why this conversation is so important. And with me working with students of just, hey, I want to be a personal trainer. How did you get there? Ask
Yeah,
those questions. Sit down, interview with people. So that's why everybody that I've interviewed, there have been, now they're part of the Discover Your Path family, where they're
yeah,
mentors to someone else in that
yeah,
field. So if I have someone who, hey, I want to be a personal trainer, hey, I have Malcolm Bennett. Let me link you
yeah.
up with him and connect him with you guys so you guys can connect so he can show you the path that he went.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
just
yeah,
think that's important for you to have that mentor, or people just don't want to ask. And my thing is, when you ask at the beginning, it saves time and it saves money, because
oh
you might
yeah.
realize you might have someone that, hey, I'm a personal trainer. Hey, can I shadow you for a day? Let me see what you do.
What does it look like? Yeah,
What does it look like? And then when they sit there and have that conversation, or they shadow you for a day, they be like, nah, that's not what I want to do.
this ain't
Then
for
guess
me.
what?
Then
Okay,
they,
now we know we don't
yeah,
want to do that career. And that's
yeah,
why I stress job shadowing, and not even just job shadowing, interview. If that person don't want to let you, shadow them for a day, hey, take them to Starbucks for coffee. Hey, I got a couple questions to ask. How much money do you
yeah,
make? What do you do every day?
yeah,
What kind of certification? What degrees? What do you not like about, your job? Because
you,
it's some stuff that you don't like.
yeah. You know the unique thing about personal training?
Oh, what's up?
I don't look at people different, but I get different type of people.
Okay.
So I get to, like, one time I'm training somebody, a dude was like, hey, that's my boss. And I'm like, I just worked the crap out your boss. Like, I don't care. Like, that doesn't bother me. Like, but not knowing that somebody is a CPA, not knowing somebody was a banker, not knowing that somebody was a teacher, for whatever the case may be. So
Hmm.
them are different careers. Once you become a personal trainer, you can ask those questions. So it's a benefit in being a personal trainer and communicating with your clients, because now you get to see different journeys of life. And personal training can maybe be your side thing. It might could be your full thing, just depending on how you look at it. So I'm never gonna tell people to not do personal training or to fully be engaged. I say if you want to be fully engaged, go ahead.
Hmm.
If you put your feet in, put your whole body in it. Don't just put your hand in. It's not gonna be beneficial to you. Get all the way immersed with it, because
Hmm.
now you get the opportunity to really learn and grow in that field. But don't be so focused in where you can't get help. Don't be so focused in, like I said, being too confident, too cocky, like you know it all. Be confident in what you know, but also know that you can learn more.
Be that continuous learner.
Be continuous learning. That's the best
Hmm.
way.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Awesome.
What
So
else?
we talked about salary, we talked about COVID. Let's see. We've talked about education and the requirements. So what is, I guess, what are you doing when it comes down to, your next steps on the direction you want to go?
For me, the company, like
The
what?
company.
Well, then it goes back to what my company is. Get Up Fitness is made because I wanted people to get up from wherever they're at, whatever fitness level, whatever part of life they're in,
Hmm.
you know, get up and take action in your life. Is no wrong time. So it's no wrong time to work out.
Right.
it's no wrong time to start that business. It's no wrong time to make that investment. It's no wrong time to ask no questions. Like, get up and take action in your life. And that's what made me get the Get Up Fitness. And like I said, I'm touching people through fitness, but eventually it can be more. So it can be, you know, keeping that motivation, because I already do motivation to my clients.
Right.
So understanding that I'm reaching them in a different light. So, you know, I just want people to understand get up is what it means. Get up. Get up and take action. Because the first step to do anything, you got to get up. You sitting down, you laying down, you got to get up first.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So the next thing I have for you, if you had to give somebody some inspiration or give them some advice and who wants to pursue this career, what would you give them?
Going back to what I said, I would tell them, immerse yourself. Be a continuous learner. Work on the 3 P's that I gave you.
What are they?
Plan, prep, and pursue.
Hey, okay.
And continuous execution, which I never said, but continuous execution and continue to learn. Learn every day, you know, and with that, you'll be a successful personal trainer. You'll be a successful person in whatever you do if you just do that. So my advice to anybody in anything, especially personal training, is to continue to do those things that I just said. And with those things, like, you're gonna really see a big difference. Like, you're gonna outshine a lot of people. You're gonna and especially if you have a genuine heart in helping people, yeah, you're gonna kill it. You're gonna kill it.
Wow,
Yeah.
that is great. That is so amazing. So where can people find you? Like, what are you doing next? How can they connect with you?
You can find me at the Get Up the Get Up Lifestyle on Instagram. Also on Facebook. Also, you can check out my website at thegetuplifestyle.com. What else you can do? You can go on. You can find me in my own personal to come to my fitness page. So KingX88. Like, you can find me around. If you want to email me, it's in my handle, but my email is mBennett@thegetuplifestyle.com. You can email me. Like, I'm reachable, and I'm always able to teach. Like, I'm not gonna charge nobody for asking me no question. I'm not gonna do certain things like that. So, yeah. So it's not gonna affect me in no type of way where if I have to do that. So I'm open. I'm open to help. I'm open, and I think that's the most beneficial thing for anybody. Well, for me, is that I'm open to help. I'm willing. Yeah, it doesn't stop.
Okay. Awesome. So what events, you're in the Houston area, but you do offer online training too. So what events can people pop in and show up? And if they want some personal training, what are you doing right now in this COVID season?
So I do have Open Gym. Sorry, I was trying to put my website in the comments, but I do have Open Gym at the gym, and that'll be posted up in my Instagram, and you'll see more about that. The Open Gym. So I'm doing that, small groups where people feel comfortable, not really doing too much. Keeping that, what is that? Social distancing, making sure the equipment is clean. Also, still doing my one-on-ones. A lot of one-on-one personal training still happening, which a lot of people feel more comfortable, especially I'm at a private gym. It's only 2 trainers, and he has his clients, I have my clients, and like I said, it works good. It has enough space for everybody. And with that, and then I also do online training. I do online training people to help people. So that's always beneficial for somebody who, I want to train with you, Malcolm, but I don't want to come to the gym, and I'm okay with that. I respect it.
You okay with it?
Yeah, I'm okay. I can't. Now, if there's no COVID, then hey, I need you to come down. But yeah.
Yes. Well, I just want to thank you for doing this interview with me, and just so we can find out more about personal training and how you were able to find your path to fitness and the love
Yeah,
that you have for it. I'm so excited for the things that Get Up Fitness is doing in
yeah,
today's society, and connecting with people, changing people. And you saying what's part of you, it's a lifestyle. People think
yeah,
that, you know, working out or fitness is just, you know, I'm gonna do this couple months, get this weight off of me. But you understanding, you tell your clients, like, this is a lifestyle. This is more than just eating right. Let me show you how to do this and do it the
yeah,
proper way, so we won't have to go backwards from the beginning.
yeah.
So I like
And
that
it,
lifestyle.
yeah, and again, even if we have to go backwards, I'm still here and understanding,
Right.
like I said, get up from wherever we at. So if you go backwards and you fall back, that we don't want you to. However, if you do, I'm coming back and take you back to where you need to be and better. So that's my
Awesome.
part of the making it a lifestyle. If you continue to get up, you'll never fall or stay down for long. You're always going to get up, and you keep
Hmm.
that attitude and you keep that motivation in you to take that action, to always execute. And like I
Hmm.
said, to use those 3 P's: plan, prep, and pursue. Like, you're going to prepare and pursue, you're going to kill it. You know what I mean? So
Right.
you're gonna kill it. So I don't want nobody to feel discouraged. I mean, if you feel discouraged, talk to me. If you feel
Hmm.
like, man, I can't do it, talk to me. I think the biggest thing is just the communication part. I think a lot of client to trainer to meet new trainers, whatever, just talk to them. Talk to them and find your fit. And this will be the advice for any client to trainer. Trainers, you don't have to train everybody, and clients, you don't have to go to their personal trainer. Understand that you can find your fit. Shop
Hmm.
around. It's okay. If you don't like it, leave. As a personal trainer, you don't want to train that person because you feel like you can't handle or give them what they want, let them go. And that'll be, again, and you asking this question that's coming to me, I would always advise somebody to, could you ask me what advice would I give somebody?
Hmm.
If you can't help a person and you know somebody that can, pass them along to them. That's be my one of my biggest things. Be able to pass that person along, and it's okay because you'll get somebody else. You can't train everybody. I can't train everybody.
But it's enough to go around.
It's enough to go around, and you got to remember that. You got to remember that. That's something I will leave with.
Awesome, awesome. Well, thank you again for joining me. I'm so
Oh
excited that we
yeah,
had this conversation and we
me
help
too.
someone to discover the path that they want to go in fitness, in personal training, whether it's PT, OT, and that's really it. If anybody have any information, you can find me on Discover Your Path CCR, Facebook and Instagram. I have some events coming up also when it comes to Career Talk Tuesday. I'm helping high schoolers who don't want to go to college, who might want to go get a
Hey,
certification that Malcolm is doing and want to go
yeah,
right into the workforce. So we're having that conversation. So if you find that on my page in the bio, how to register for that event is free. And then our next IG Live is with Dominique. She's in the finance field where she works at a bank. So we're going to be talking to her, and she majored in finance at the University of Houston. So we're going to be talking to her next month on the 9th regarding her career path and how did she get in that, and what kind of jobs
yeah,
she can, you know, in that field that people can get. But Malcolm, I thank you so much. You have been awesome and
again.
great.
Thank you, thank you.
And we will talk to you soon.
All
All
right,
right.
and don't forget to get up and take action.
Get up and take action. See you guys next time.
Have a
Bye.
good one.